Hello everybody, I'm back for another chapter of Eden Zero. So I'm going to skip to the most interesting part of this new chapter of Eden Zero. So ever since Shiki saw Wizard's memories and know that he and Witch were friends, I've been wondering, does that mean that these two were humans who were turned into androids, or were they androids who were just reprogrammed by Ziggy? And from what I could tell, they are now 100% humans who were turned into androids. I say this because after Wizard finally gives up and says he lost, he has Shiki teleport back to the real world with Brigandine and Homaru, where she immediately gets, he's able to absorb the memories of Brigandine, and he learns that him and Valkyrie were also acquaintances of each other, and they very much look human. So I'm going to go 100% that all the Shining Stars and all the Dark Stars were all humans. And obviously the counterparts knew each other. So Brigandine and Valkyrie knew each other, Wizard and Witch knew each other, Clown and Sister knew each other, and Killer and Herman knew each other. Now, here's the thing. Was it the good Ziggy that did this to them, or the bad Ziggy? Because if it was the good Ziggy, then that means he most likely did it to save their lives, like they all got into like some kind of accident, and he rebuilt them to save their lives. But if it was the bad Ziggy, that means he just kidnapped some innocent humans and experimented on them. Now, we do know it was the good Ziggy that erased their memories, most likely to hide a secret from bad Ziggy. So I'm going to assume that the good Ziggy did in fact reprogram to save their lives because something happened to them, and he saved their lives. But he probably then most likely messed with his own memory because his bad self was going to be taken over. So this way his bad self would either think that they were just always androids that he built, or he kidnapped humans and then reprogrammed. My guess is the bad Ziggy probably thinks that these were always androids that he built from scratch. So here's another question that I have. Actually, I have two. Well, let's start with the first one, which is that Brigandine and Killer are both Mark IIs right now, because Mark Is were both killed by Jaguar. Now, here's the thing. These people, now that it's proven that Brigandine did knew Valkyrie, this Brigandine, Mark II, knew Valkyrie, which means this is the original Brigandine. He just was remade with a new body, and he has all of his memories locked away. So that means either the old Brigandine was either a fake, which I don't think he is, or Ziggy has a way to put the soul of the individual back into a new body. So just in case one of his stars end up being destroyed, he could just put them back. And once again, it's not like this is an unknown person. These are the actual person because they have their old memories back when they were erased, because Shiki is able to see it. So that means Witch could technically be brought back if Ziggy does it himself, because Ziggy knows the method. Back before, they talked about how they could download, that they had backup files of everyone's memories on the ship, but that wasn't actually the person. That was just stuff, that was just data, just in case something happened to their heads and they could just be able to get a quick reminder. But even if they download that into a new body, it wouldn't be Witch, and so that was discussed away. But this doesn't seem to be that. This seems to be the fact that this is just the person who is there, who has always been there, based on the fact that Shiki is able to see their memory. So can Witch be brought back by Ziggy? Does he have a method to basically remove someone's soul, or they call it heart in this, someone's heart, and put it into an android? And then from android to android, you could do that to keep someone alive? Now, for Witch, this might still be completely impossible because she was just obliterated by an explosion, so there was nothing left of her to be rebuilt, so that probably can't be possible. But it's just a question out there, like, if it happened to Brigandine and it happened to Killer, it could happen to Witch. As of the second thing, Ziggy also created Pina, which means, now we've seen artwork of Pina and also her visualizing herself as a little girl, as a human being little girl, and that's her desire is to be a human being, which means she most likely was a human being. She was a little girl. We've seen her little girl form multiple times in artwork, like in cover pages and such. Something probably happened to her, and Ziggy turned her into an android. Save her. Because we know it was good Ziggy that built her for sure, because he seemed to have built her around the time that he decided to raise Shiki. So that's actually super depressing when you think about it. Like, that really does imply that she was just a little girl who probably got into an accident or was really sick and then just turned to an android to save her life, which that's just awful. That's just a tragedy. I know she's also missing her memory, but if we ever get to see Pina's memory, that's going to be devastating. Also, Dark Ziggy knew her. He actually tried to call her over whenever he first turned evil and started moving back when he turned back on, which means she's without a doubt part of his plan. What plan does evil Ziggy have for her? I do not know. And we're probably going to figure that out quite soon, because Pina's most likely about to be kidnapped by Clown. But like I said, she was created by good Ziggy, which means he had a plan for her. And most likely it involves her EMP and everyone's memories. Most likely there's probably a sale face to unlock their memories, which involves using her EMP. But most like, obviously it isn't working directly on them because they've all been around her when she uses the EMP. But now that she can target her EMP, there's probably a way to target a certain part of their brain wherever the memories are locked away at, and just basically use the EMP to unlock that and bring back everyone's memories. Okay, so for the rest of the chapter, the fight with Clown is basically just halted for now, so we'll just skip past that. So after Cheeky sees Brigheim's memories, he then decides he's gonna go off and fight Ziggy. Brigheim said, "No, Killer, you take him. We can't let him do that." So she gets teleported away to where Killer is. He's strapped to a table with basically surgical equipment all around him because he's in a hospital. Killer's there and he starts mocking Cheese, and Cheese like, "Well, what happened to an honorable fight?" And Killer's like, "Yeah, that's what Brigheim believes in. I just believe in killing my opponent. It doesn't matter how I do it. But don't worry, I have to go kill Weiss first. But maybe your prince will come and save you, princess." And then Cheeky imagines himself as a captured princess with Weiss as a prince, and he basically looks like he's about to puke. But yeah, we skip over to Weiss, who starts talking and says basically, "This place looks familiar for some reason. I don't know why." And he's looking around, he's trying to figure out where he's at, why is it so familiar. And that's when the wall just busts open, and a bunch of zombie nurse robots start attacking him. That's a weird mouthful. So he's gunning them all down, but they just keep on coming, and they keep on coming. He also gets distracted by the fact that their breasts are wiggling around, because it's Weiss. He's able to run away to keep some distance, and then use his ability to basically create a wall between them, so they can't get to him. That's when it basically starts to click in. He starts to realize where he's at when he sees a door. And when he opens up the door, inside is a woman lying on a bed. She looks at him and says, "Oh, it's good that you're here, Weiss." And it's his mother. And he basically is about to be traumatized. So yeah, Killer's one of those villains. He basically wants to psychologically torture you, not just physically torture you before you die. Which makes sense that he would have this kind of twisted personality. I mean, he has the ability to create his own pocket dimension, which he has full control over. So for the most part, he usually, I'm guessing whenever he fights an opponent, he has full control over the situation. But knowing how smart Weiss is and knowing how his ether gear works, this is really stupid to mess with the guy. He's going to especially now that he has training from Hermit, he's definitely going to undo whatever pocket dimension shit Killer can do and basically just wreck Killer. But yeah, that's the chapter. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Eden Zero and other anime things. Thank you and have a great day.